you can just set this one to the side, and you're going to do the exact same steps for the back piece. So I'm just going to come back after the back piece is sewn, and I'll pick up from there. Okay, so this is the back piece, and I just sewn down the crotch lines right here, leaving the bottom open. I didn't sew across here because I'm about to show you exactly what to do with this top part that's open on the back piece. What you want to do is take your front piece and here we go. Take your front piece at the crotch line and flip it inside out. So flip the whole thing the correct way. The easiest way is to go through the crotch line. I'm struggling. There we go. My bad. All right. Okay, that was a struggle. Okay, so now that it's flipped inside out, you see this piece? See how it's formed and it's all wonky because it's not flattened or whatever? So what you can do is you can get an iron if you want, and you can literally press this down so that it stays in the correct placement. And things like that. So it will be straightened out, it'll be flat, and the seams will be flattened together. That way you don't have to worry about it moving around or anything. I'm not going to put the, like I said, the elastic on there, but if you wanted to do elastic, this would, when you have it sewn like this is when you would use it. And all you would add elastic to is the crotch line. Only on one side, okay? So you would put the crotch line here. Obviously you don't do the same length. You want to cut it off a little bit because you want it to have that stretch. So you would sew here with elastic, and then you would also sew here with elastic. But to make this easier on you guys, I'm not going to add elastic in this tutorial. I will dedicate a full tutorial on how I add elastic to bikini bottoms, so that way if you want to do it in the future, you can. But for now, you take the piece that you flipped inside out, and you're going to take this piece, the crotch line, and you're going to open the other piece and pull the crotch line all the way through to the other crotch line on the back. So you're just putting it in there and pushing it all the way down until you can grab it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So you want to just pull it through. So you see, this is the piece that we just pushed through. So you have this piece still facing outward, and you flip the other one inside out. The one that you flip inside out, you want to put it through there, because that is how you get the right sides together, because we haven't flipped this one inside out yet. And all you're going to do is match up those edges. So you're going to match this edge to this edge and the seams to the seams, and you're going to connect them. So you're going to have to pull it, probably pull it and adjust it, and make sure you do that and just match it just like that. So this is what it's going to look like. See how it's flat? Don't know how well you can see that, but it's flat. The seams are on the same side as the seams. You can see that inside seam and this one. So all you're going to do is sew across there. You're going to sew across here 1/4 inch. So now you have a seam that goes across a 1/4 inch as well. Okay, just like that. So now this is where things get a little bit more complicated. So you still have the piece on the inside. I have thread everywhere. Okay, so you still have the piece on the inside, right? What you want to do is tuck that in. Just get rid of it for right now. Just tuck it on in there. And you want to close the part that you haven't sewn yet from the outside piece, the piece that you can still see the stitches. And you want to go across that top line again, a 1/4 inch, just like you did the last one, the first one. So you're going to sew across here a 1/4 inch to close it. And I'll show you how to take the bikini out of here and flip it inside out. Okay, so now that that's done, you can see that it's completely closed and you can see the inside piece is still in there. And you're probably wondering how the hell you're going to get that piece out. So you can definitely pull that out through these side seams, side holes. Remember, that's why I said don't close that. You don't want that closed. This is where the drawstring is going to go through. So you can definitely pull it out through there. If you're having difficulties with that, you can always seam rip a small hole right here and just pull the whole thing out, and then you can just hand sew a blind stitch to close it back up, and you won't ever notice it was a hole there to begin with. I'm just going to pull mine out through this little bitty hole. If you are using swimwear fabric, it's a lot easier because t-shirt fabric is super thick and non-stretchy. You have to kind of like guide it out very, very slowly. So here we go. See, this is my finger right here, and this is the fabric. So I'm gonna find whatever little edge piece that I can grab and kind of just pull on it, tug on it a little bit until it's straight. There we go. Okay, so I have the piece of fabric right here. You can see that? It's sticking out, and I'm just going to pull it on out. Literally. See how it's just coming straight through there? Pull it out. And then you're going to have to adjust this one as you go, because this one is getting flipped inside out as I'm pulling. This one is getting flipped to the right side. So just keep on going. So now you can see that's one side, this is the other, and you just adjust it and, you know, straighten it out, obviously. Okay, so I want to show you guys this real quick. So you can see how on this side I've actually pulled the little side tabs out, and on this side I left them tucked in. And this is what the finished part is going to look like. It's going to be tucked in, so that is just streamlined, nice and neat without these sticking out. This is why you made that 1/2 inch indent, so that way when you put the drawstring in, these tuck in perfectly invisible. You can't see it, and it'll be streamlined.